What's up, guys? Gonna try to throw another quick video at you. This one's gonna be about Deutsch connectors and wiring repair. So there's a couple different parts of a Deutsch connector. Obviously there's different types. You can have different cavities. So this is gonna be a standard 2-pin. You can have, I think I've seen it up to 8 terminals in one connector. Or at least that's what we have here on site. If you look down in there, you can see the release tabs that are down in there. So they actually make a tool so you'd be able to release this so you can actually rebuild the connectors. I'm just going to build this as if I was doing a quick splice. I got some red wire here. That's what I had handy. And I'm going to pin these terminals in and show you how that's done. So this would be considered a actual plug. It does have the release tab on it here. This would be considered a receptacle because this is what the plug is plugging into. This here is a secondary lock. So you had these locks here that I showed you before that the pins actually hold onto. This is just an added layer of security to keep the pins from moving around, keeping the pins from touching one another, and just basically preventing any kind of electrical contact and any mishaps of that nature. You have 2 different types of pins. You have a pin terminal, which is basically the male, obviously. And then you have the female, which is called a terminal. They plug directly into one another, as you could imagine. And if you can't, I'm sure your mom and dad could tell you all about it. Now, to set this up, you do not want to mix up when using the female side, you do not want to mix up the wire side and the receptacle side. Easy indicator is this little hole. The wire goes on the hole side. You just simply take this, slip that over just like that. You want to use the bare markings on your crimp tool. And you just give it a little squeeze, tug test, good to go. Move over to your tool, push it through the grommet, and listen for a click. Once you hear the click, give it a little tug. It's good to go, and move on to the next one. Slip it over, give it a little twist. Oops, we popped a wire out there. Twist it back out. Line everything back up, give it a little twist, hold it in place. Use the bare side once again. Squeeze, tug, and once again through the grommet on the back side. Give it a little push. You hear that click. Give it a tug. Now, it's at this point you want to orient your wires the way you want them to go. You can spin it. I like to kind of let mine hang down. This kind of only goes on one way because you have a large side and another side, and then you just kind of line it up and pop it in. And then at this point, you can, obviously you need to connect this somewhere, but it just plugs in. And then push to release. A lot of people don't like these crimp and seal connectors. I think it's because of misuse of this style crimper. Because if you notice, there's an insulated side and a bare side, and we talked about using the bare side with the pin terminals. I think there's a big misconception of, oh, well, I'm not getting a good seal. I'm not, strong enough to grip these down. I need to use this big pointy part to get a good crimp on my connectors. That's a big misconception. You need to use the insulated part on this style terminal. If you do not, you will pierce this insulation on these crimp and seal connectors, and it will cause a failure. You will get all sorts of moisture inside, especially if you live up north. You'll get salt and all sorts of other things in there, all sorts of bad stuff that you don't want, and it will lead to a failure. I've seen it happen time and time again, especially working on these trailers. It's just a big headache. You don't want to deal with it. But you see, I just used that insulated side. Good seal. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day.